The camera industry turned into a chessboard recently. And every company made their move. Some bold, some surprising, some quietly brilliant. But one player never moved a piece.
So, what's this about?
There's one Sony camera I still consider worth buying. Funny enough, it's also the most hated one. They even call it a vlogging camera. Even though it looks bad on paper, it has a very impressive performance in low light. And because its readout speed is very fast, the rolling shutter is not a problem. It has the same sensor as Sony's 6-gram bodies, but it's 3 times cheaper, full frame, can shoot 4K up to 120 frames per second, and has a great IBIS. And by now, I think you know what I'm talking about. This is ZV-1, Sony's most hated camera.
It looks cheap. Plasticky, unprofessional, definitely overheats.
Yeah, I think I can change your mind. Okay, so ZV-1 has the same sensor and processor as the FX3 and even FX6, the most popular Sony cinema cameras of the last decade. Even the codecs are the same, so the image quality of this $2,000 camera is basically identical to the $7,000 FX6. Lots of film has been shot on this sensor, but all that aside, there's one more important feature that can be a game changer.
What just happened? Hello?
Hey, you saw the notes?
Yeah, I think I realize your point. Story above everything.
Yeah, but that wasn't my point.
What do you mean?
Well, you see a brown suitcase in there?
Oh,
When we moved into this house, it was your idea that we should try to focus only on what truly matters. So that's what we did.
I just wanna go out.
We spent most of our time writing and chasing for the best idea for the next video.
You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out and walk with you.
We started studying famous novels, trying to learn from the great storytellers,
I just wanna see your shadow.
and at the same time, working on our taste for visuals, collecting all kind of beautiful shots from movies or commercials.
I like
We also watched lots of movies and commercials, and listen to tons of helpful cinematography podcasts.
Everybody, welcome to episode number 502 of the Wandering DP podcast.
And we just kept going and going and going. Until one day, something finally clicked. Sometimes just one frame can spark an idea, and from there, everything unfolds. It can shape the entire story in your mind. And then, we moved everything to Milanote, the best place for organizing ideas, and started writing the final script in 4 chapters. The next board held all the references we gathered over the past months, so we could match each one to the right scene. That way you get a better sense of the visual tone you want to achieve, and you can borrow 1 or 2 elements from each shot. The next board was all about set design and props. So we built a mood board in Milanote filled with textures, objects, colors, and all the things that we need to bring that vintage world to life. After finishing the first 3 steps, it was time to make the shot list. We listed all the shots we needed, including their frame size, camera movement, and at least 1 or 2 visual references. Then, it was time for music and soundtracks. And this time we tried a minimalistic approach. So for most of the songs, we removed all the instruments except 1. Then we arrived at the very last part, making the gear list. Over the past few months, I've been using Cammaki's X100Rs in almost every scene we shot. 100 watts, battery powered, really small, with an even smaller spotlight attachment. In case of lenses, we decided to shoot the entire video on Viltrock's 28mm lens, which is super affordable and autofocus, and Nisi Athena's amazing 40mm lens. So thanks to Milanote templates and countless options, everything was neatly organized and easy to navigate in one place. It's also completely free with no time limit, so make sure to check them out with a link in the description. After all this preparation, everything was finally ready to roll. And then all the new cameras got released. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a voice kept repeating in our heads that what we have isn't good enough. We can't make something great with these old tools. We need something better. We need something better. So before we could even start, we stopped everything. And that was the worst thing we could do. Our 5-year-old cameras were completely fine for what we wanted to shoot. It was just the gear junkie and procrastination demons in our heads telling us otherwise. So if you take only one thing from this video, the chances are 95% that what you already have is good enough for what you've been wanting to make but haven't yet. It happens all the time. But I recently found that a very wise man once said,
"You just stay alert, do your work, don't worry about the world going by. It doesn't mean that you can sit around and not do anything. You've got to get your butt in gear and do it. And don't take no for an answer. Translate those ideas to cinema or to a painting or to whatever. Figure out a way to get it done.